How's it going, everyone? It's GadgetsBoy, and yes, the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 series are official, and I'm sure you guys have seen all the leaks and rumors and stuff like that, but now we can actually officially confirm what's true and what isn't. If you guys are looking for a review or detailed first impressions, then I'd suggest waiting for that, because we'll have that later on down the line. But for now, this is just basically just a specs rundown exercise, just to tell you what you can expect to get if you're thinking of upgrading or getting one of these. Without further ado, let's get on with it. We have two new devices, the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 and the Note 20 Ultra. The Ultra being the powerhouse, well, at least for those that will be getting the Snapdragon version, and the Note 20 has slightly lower specs so people can enjoy the S Pen features and what the Note series is known for without spending that Ultra money. The Note 20 Ultra features a 6.9-inch WQHD Plus AMOLED display with 19.3:9 aspect ratio. You have 1500 nits of brightness and 508 ppi. The screen is very bright indeed. It's also got 120Hz refresh rate that is also adaptive, so that will help reduce battery consumption if left on all the time. The display is also curved on the edges. It has an aluminium frame, glass back, and not flat like the standard Galaxy Note 20. It's also IP68 water and dust resistant. The Note 20 Ultra is also the first to use Corning's new Gorilla Glass Victors. I have a video on that if you want to find out more, so do check that out. I'll leave links to that in the description area. We still have that ultrasonic in-screen fingerprint scanner and not the new version from Qualcomm. They have to save something for the next Galaxy flagship, right? Okay. For the colors, it will be available in Mystic Black, Mystic Bronze, and Mystic White in some markets. I quite like the Mystic Bronze and the white versions out of the three of them. The standard Samsung Galaxy Note 20 has a few compromises though. It has a smaller display at 6.7 inch. It's still AMOLED panel as well with Full HD Plus at 393 ppi and 1000 nits of peak brightness. You have 20:9 aspect ratio, looks good for watching videos and playing games and so on. But it only has 60Hz refresh, which isn't adaptive either. And you also get a flat display. Again, do you prefer flat or curved edges? Leave comments below. Unlike the Note 20 Ultra, it uses Gorilla Glass 5 and it uses plastic or Glastic, as Samsung calls it, on the back. But you still get an aluminium frame, which makes it still feel premium in hand as well. It's also IP68 water and dust resistant, and you get two extra colors here, so the Mystic Grey and Mystic Green. I quite like the green. Both the Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra uses 3 mics and features stereo speakers, which by history, they sound really loud as well. Okay, onto the cameras. Both the Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra uses 3 cameras, but aren't built the same. The Ultra packs a 180 megapixel f1.8 main camera with OIS. You have ultra wide at 12 megapixel at f2.2 and a periscope zoom at 12 megapixel f3.0 with OIS as well. The zoom lens gives you 5 times optical zoom and 50 times space zoom. Thankfully, they've gotten rid of that 100 times on the on the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, which didn't really work well for me. What's extra here is laser autofocus module 2, which should see improvements in autofocusing, again something the S20 Ultra lacks. The standard Samsung Galaxy Note 20 features a 12 megapixel main camera with OIS and f1.8 aperture, ultra wide at 12 megapixel f2.2, and a telephoto lens at 64 megapixel at f2.0 aperture with OIS. This will give you 3 times optical zoom and 30 times digital zoom. Very modest. Both devices have a 10 megapixel shooter on the front at f2.2 with face detect autofocus. Again, quick at detecting your face, and it's wide enough to fit as many people as you want in your shots. For video, you can shoot 8K videos up to 24 frames per second. I won't go through other options available like 1080p and so on. You have a pro video mode for manual settings as well. So if you want to do stuff you already do in photo with manual settings, you can do that with video as well. And you got that sound settings on there as well, so you'll be able to direct where the sound's coming from and so on with the microphone. Really cool feature for pro video shooters out there who wants to use the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra for shooting videos on the move. Before we get into that controversial processor setup that comes with the Note 20 and the Note 20 Ultra, let's run through some of the other specs. So the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra has 12GB LPDDR5 RAM, and standard one comes with 8GB LPDDR5. On the Ultra, you'll be able to opt for the 256 or the 512GB internal storage variants with microSD card expansion available as well. On the standard, you have 256GB only. On the standard, you only get 256GB version with no expansion at all, so you can't expand the storage with a microSD card. Where they also differ is the Ultra is 5G no matter which one you go for, but the standard will be available in 5G and 4G only variants for some markets. Battery wise, You have 4,500 milliamp hour in the Ultra, which is big, should last you all day, hopefully. We'll see with Exynos. And you also get fast charge, wireless charging, and wireless power share. The standard comes with 4,300 milliamp hour battery. And in terms of how quick the charging situation is, fast charge supports 25 watts, so it's 0 to 50% in 30 minutes, and 15 watts for wireless charging on all devices. Okay, for processing power, we're going to be getting 7nm Exynos 990 processor in this region, so in the UK. If you're in America, North America, for example, you're going to be getting a Snapdragon 865 Plus. So that's the new and improved version of Snapdragon processor. This is very controversial because for me, Exynos 990 didn't perform well in the Samsung Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, for example. So still including that in this version sort of makes me feel like meh, but we'll see where we actually get hold of one and see how it actually performs in the real world. This is mainly when it comes to things like performance, graphics, and even battery consumption, which is the main thing for me. As per usual, both devices come with the S Pen as well, and S Pen has some improvements. For example, the Note 20 Ultra has 9 milliseconds latency, so it feels like pen to paper. So you get that pen to paper feel when you're writing on it, when you're drawing, and that kind of stuff. And it has some improvement as well in terms of being able to share documents straight to things like Microsoft Word or Microsoft Office Suite in general. It's really cool in that way, and you still get the regular features like cutting and pasting, creating GIFs and all that kind of stuff, using it as a remote shutter for camera. And you get new air gesture features as well, which is something I don't think I'd use, but it's there anyway. You also get different colors as well, so depending on which color you go for in the Samsung Galaxy Note series, you end up getting a pen to match it as well, which I think is quite cool. It's quite cool to have that as well. Lastly, on pricing, Samsung Galaxy Note 20 starts from £849 here in the UK, and the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, the 5G, starts from £1,179 here in the UK. First impressions from my 1 hour with the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. I love the bronze version, looks elegant, and the curved edges is nice in hand as well. Performance-wise, whilst I didn't notice any stutter or any lag, I think battery consumption is where we'll see the Exynos version perform poorly, especially at full resolution. I do hope that adaptive refresh rate will help there though, so we'll see when we get hold of one. You still can't set 120Hz at WQHD+, which could be frustrating for some, as you can do it on the OnePlus, for example, which is cheaper. But for me, I couldn't care less, to be honest. I wouldn't notice any difference using it day to day. I feel that S Pen has peaked in terms of functionality as the new air gestures and something I'd use, but I like the improvement in latency, so 9 milliseconds latency there, which is really good. Although, not sure why they've left that improvement out in the standard Note 20. I hope I haven't been mixing my Note 20 and the S20 together throughout this video, but hopefully you guys understand. Regardless, I'm excited about the Note 20 series, especially the Note 20 Ultra. I wouldn't even bother with the standard Note 20, but it's there for those who want to experience what it's all about. By the way, have you guys been seeing the Galaxy Fold leaks? If you have, drop comments below, let me know what you think as well. In the meantime, make sure you hit that bell notifications and subscribe as well if you haven't already. And thanks for watching. See you in the next one.